Your parents told you to put your money in fixed deposits. It's safe, it's guaranteed. The bank pays you interest every year. What could go wrong? Well, nothing. And that's the problem. Nothing happens. Your money just sits there. And while it's sitting there, something else is happening that most people don't see. It's called inflation, and it's quietly eating your fixed deposit from the inside. Here's what's happening right now. The standard FD rate at most Malaysian banks is about 2 to 2.3% a year. That's the board rate, the rate most people actually get. Yes, some banks have promo rates at 3.5 or even 3.8%, but those are for new money for a limited time. When the promo ends, your FD auto-renews at the board rate, back to 2%. Now let's look at inflation. Over the last 10 years, Malaysia's average inflation has been about 2.5% a year. Right now in 2026, it's about 2% and climbing. So your FD gives you 2%, inflation takes away 2 to 2.5%. What's left? Almost nothing. Sometimes less than nothing. Your money is growing on paper, but the purchasing power drops every year. Let me show you with real food. In 2010, a plate of nasi lemak cost you about 150 ringgit. Today, the same plate costs 3 to 4 ringgit. Your money didn't grow, the price of everything else did. That's inflation, and your FD at 2% a year is not keeping up with it. Let's run the numbers. Say you put about 100,000 ringgit into your FD 10 years ago at 2.5%. After 10 years, your FD is now worth about 128,000 ringgit. Sounds good, right? But in the same 10 years, inflation at 2.5% means everything costs about 28% more. So your 128,000 ringgit today only buys what 100,000 ringgit bought 10 years ago. You made zero, you just kept up. Now imagine if inflation was 3%, which it has been in some years. Your 128,000 ringgit only buys what 95,000 ringgit bought 10 years ago. You actually lost money in a savings account that was supposed to be safe. Now let's see what the same 100,000 ringgit would look like in EPF. EPF paid 6.15% dividends in 2025. Over 10 years at 6%, your 100,000 ringgit becomes about 179,000 ringgit. After inflation, you still have about 140,000 ringgit in today's money. That's real growth. The difference is 51,000 ringgit. That's the real cost of choosing FD over just leaving your money in EPF. And EPF is not even a high-risk investment. It's the most boring, safe thing in Malaysia. So why do so many Malaysians still love fixed deposit? Because it worked before. In the 1990s to 2000s, FD rates were 4 to 8%. Inflation was similar, so FD actually grew your money. Your parents aren't wrong for loving FD. They are just using a strategy from a different time. The world changed, FD rates dropped, but the advice didn't update. And here's the other thing. When your parents tell you FD is safe, they are right. Your money won't disappear overnight. The bank won't lose it, but safe doesn't mean smart. A locked door is safe, but if the house is on fire, staying inside is not a good idea. Now before you go and pull all your money out of FD, let me be clear. Fixed deposit is not evil. It has a job, and the job is short-term parking. Your emergency fund, FD is fine for that. Money you need in the next 3 to 6 months, FD works. A holding place while you figure out your next move? Sure. But if FD is where you keep all your savings, if it's your main strategy for the next 10 to 20 years, then you're not saving, you're slowly losing. So what should you do? Keep a small portion in FD for emergencies, but the rest of your savings should be in something that actually beats inflation. EPF alone gives you 6%. A simple index fund on Bursa can give you 7 to 8% over time. Even ASB gives better return than most FDs. They're not risky things, they're just better than 2%. Your parent generation didn't have easy access to these options. You do. You can open investment account on your phone in 10 minutes. There's no excuse anymore. Fixed deposit is not bad. It's just not enough. It's a parking spot, not a destination. If your money has been sitting in FD for years and you've been feeling safe, now you know the truth. You're not growing, you're slowly shrinking. If this made you rethink where your savings are sitting, share with someone who still thinks FD is the answer. That's your Ringgit Explained. See you in the next one.